Good morning, everyone. If I can invite everyone to take a seat, we're going to be starting now. Thank you so much. Hello, everyone. Please take a seat. Join us here in the middle. We still have a lot of places available. Make yourselves comfortable. Don't sit too far away from us. Give us a little bit of warmth to those of us here on stage. And let's begin, because we have a very packed agenda ahead of us. All right, so while we are all setting up and finding our seat, good morning, everyone, and a very warm welcome to this political commitment ceremony of the Green City Accord. Welcome to the wonderful city of Vilnius, the European Green Capital of 2025. I hope you all got the chance, or maybe you will get the chance later in time to get to know this wonderful city, but who has also made a big commitment for sustainability, and this venue and this setup is a proof of that. My name is Ana Gumbau. I'm a journalist working on sustainability topics in Brussels, and I'll be delighted to be moderating today's Green City Accord event and share with you, because today we are here to take a stock of how cities, mayors, local authorities are crucial in delivering the transition towards a more sustainable societies and more sustainable cities and a world. Today, we are present here to celebrate the Green City Accord, this movement of European mayors committed to making cities cleaner, healthier, maybe we should also say happier as well. And this ambitious initiative intends to empower cities across Europe in the efforts to confront such pressing environmental challenges as we see already being impacted across Europe. So I will keep the presentation short for now, because we have a very packed program. Today's event is going to be all about being inspired and sharing best practices. And the way that we're going to start, you see the agenda just behind me. We're going to be starting with a presentation on the priorities of the new European Commission and the role that cities are going to play in it. Spoiler alert, I think it's going to be a very important role. Then we're going to be finding out about the report on the Green City Accord of 2024 and the results and what has delivered and what's also ahead. Then we will have a roundtable on the different sustainable solutions being implemented in different cities across the key areas of the Green City Accord. And then we will be welcoming new members to the Green City Accord family. We'll have as many as 14 new cities signing the commitment here on stage and also online. So we are going to be celebrating these new members in the Green City Accord. So let's get things started. I would be delighted to be welcoming the first one of our speakers who will talk to us about the role that cities will play in the priorities of the new European Commission who took office at the end of last year. I'm delighted to be welcoming the Deputy Director General at the European Commission's Director General for Environment, Patrick Child. Welcome. Welcome, Patrick.
Good morning. Well, good morning, everybody. And let me start by thanking the Mayor and the City of Vilnius for hosting us in this wonderful venue, and also to offer my heartfelt congratulations to the city for achieving the huge honor of being European Green Capital for 2025. And in speaking to you today, I want indeed to talk firstly about some of the priorities of the European Commission in the area of the environment and how they apply in our urban communities. Secondly, to say a little bit more about how we see the value of the commitments that you are all making to be part of the Green City Accord. And then perhaps in conclusion and looking forward to think a little bit more about how cities will continue to contribute to our ambitious climate and environment goals in an increasingly challenging landscape. So to start to speak about the environmental priorities of the European Commission. I think we all heard President von der Leyen speaking at the Davos World Economic Forum in the last days, underlining again Europe's determination to lead the global fight against climate change and to stay the course for the European Green Deal. And this is not just a sort of theoretical policy framework. It's a transformative agenda with a dual purpose: to help us work together to combat the triple planetary crisis of climate change, biodiversity loss, and pollution, while at the same time safeguarding and building Europe's competitiveness and resilience. This dual approach has already proven its success in guiding us through major challenges in recent years. It shaped our recovery to the COVID-19 pandemic, ensuring that environmental goals remain at the heart of our economic recovery agenda, and it has helped us to reinforce our strategic autonomy and economic strength in the face of shocks like the Russian invasion in the Ukraine, something I know which is very strongly felt in Lithuania and other countries in this region. We're now, of course, entering the implementation phase of many of the important changes that we have introduced in the last Commission mandate under the European Green Deal. Key priorities with a very direct impact on our urban communities. Just a few examples, of course, on air quality. We've reinforced our air quality standards to bring them closer to the World Health Organization standards. We brought improvements in our water resilience and our measures to treat urban wastewater effectively. We've made major strides on urban greening with the entry into force of Europe's new nature restoration regulation, with targets to restore ecosystems, increase urban tree cover, and enhance biodiversity monitoring in cities. And more broadly, as part of our climate adaptation strategy, we know that cities are generating 75% of greenhouse gas emissions and are facing very directly some of the growing impacts of climate change. And that's where I think our climate adaptation strategy and also the EU mission on climate neutral and smart cities are supporting cities like Vilnius in pioneering new solutions which will help us address these threats. Looking forward to the new priorities of the Commission, building on the focus that we have on implementation and simplification of our existing legislation. Just a few highlights. In 2026, we are committed to bringing forward a new Circular Economy Act as part of the broader agenda that we're developing for a clean industrial deal in Europe. Later this year, we will present ideas for a future water resilience strategy to address the growing and acute climate-induced water challenges that we're facing. And we are developing a new climate adaptation plan where I'm sure cities will continue to be key actors in the work that we're doing. And that perhaps brings me naturally to my second remarks, which is about the value of the commitment that you're making in being part of the Green City Accord. And I think that, that we're celebrating today this major pillar of the EU's environmental urban strategy, a rallying cry for cities across Europe to create cleaner, healthier urban environments. It sets out to equip cities with a comprehensive framework to address all of these crucial issues. And I'm really encouraged to see the growing network of signatories reinforcing cities as partners in achieving the European Union's shared environmental goals. And so all of you mayors who have signed or are going to sign up for the Green City Accord, we're now 116 cities across the European Union, including, I'm happy to say, Vilnius as well, our host today, are committed to deliver on water, air quality, noise, waste, and biodiversity, key dimensions of the European Green Deal. And at the heart of the success of the Accord, there is the need for reliable and robust environmental data. Because, of course, without data, no progress can be tracked or monitored, and therefore no policy agendas can be effectively managed. So it's primarily about measuring progress and effectiveness of different policies and measures that we're all taking to improve the life of people living in cities. With better data, we can have more effective, more targeted, more successful policy responses, making good use of scarce resources. So just taking the example of nature and biodiversity, a strong dimension of the environmental strategy in Vilnius. Cities report data on the percentages of protected natural areas, tree canopy cover, and on the change in number of species of birds in the territory. And through this, we're able to make commitments to improve in each of these areas, setting targets to be reached by 2030. And so building on this commitment, this political statement that you make by signing the Green City Accord, you're able to bring and deliver important environmental improvements across the continent, but in a way which gives accountability and transparency, which we hope can then bring citizens into the conversation and improve local governance. And so today I'm really happy that we're going to see later in the program the presentation of the first ever Green City Accord data report, which I think will illustrate to us in a very clear and insightful way the progress that Green City Accord participants are making, setting examples for others to follow, but also some of the areas which we need still to work on. Because thanks to this vision of where we've got to, we will be able to see how successful cities are being in delivering on EU legislation in practice, and thereby ultimately increasing the quality of life of our citizens. But it's not just about data policy, it's also about the community, bringing cities together who are all part of this same commitment for the Green City Accord. And there we will continue from the European Commission to support the sort of networking, information exchange, and shared leadership that you're able to bring around our shared priorities. And the Secretariat, I know, is standing ready to provide all the support that you need for these outreach activities, but also for strengthening your own internal governance and how you manage environmental strategies within your own municipalities. And that just brings me to my final point, a bit looking forward on how we see cities continuing to contribute to the emerging urban cities policy under the new Commission mandate, which has begun very recently. You will all have seen that Executive Vice President Fito has been asked by President van der Leyen to spearhead the development of a new strategy for cities and urban areas with a very strong focus on climate adaptation and sustainability. And together with that, we also have an exciting new development of a strategy for an EU housing policy, which we hope will help to support member states in addressing the very acute housing challenges which we see in many of our cities. And I think recognition of the role that cities have in ensuring affordable and sustaining living conditions for their citizens. And so I think that, here we are celebrating this progress in Vilnius. Vilnius itself, I think, a real leading showcase example of a city which is simultaneously committed to many of our European urban agendas, whether that's the European Green Capital for 2025, which we'll be celebrating today and throughout the year, their commitment to the Green City Accord, and also as a successful member of the mission on climate neutral and smart cities. And so, I'm really eager to see how we can all follow the leadership of Vilnius in being one of the sort of pioneering green cities in Europe. And I take this opportunity to announce that the applications for the 2027 European Green Capital Awards are just open, and therefore encourage anyone who is interested to consider putting yourselves forward for that. And in conclusion, just to remind you of the three main points that I wanted to share today. the European Commission's environmental policies are tailored to providing clear and operational support to cities' agendas for climate and the environment. Through your commitment to the Green City Accord, you're able to take this agenda forward, bring your citizens with you, and develop new models of governance based on robust and clear monitoring of progress through data. And finally, that front-runner cities like Vilnius are an inspiration to all of us in our continued commitment to the European green agenda in increasingly complex and challenging geopolitical times. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much to Patrick Child for introducing us to the priorities of the new European Commission and to highlight the crucial role that cities are going to be playing in the transition towards more sustainable futures. Indeed, so the cities are the epicenter of both challenges and opportunities in many of the areas that the Green City Accord tackles, from air quality to noise pollution, water management, circular economy, and biodiversity. But which impact is the Green City Accord having in practice? This is the question that we are going to answer now, because indeed we have the first ever, the best one so far indeed, data report on the results of the Green City Accord, and I'm delighted to be welcoming on stage Karun Galivolian from the Green City Accord Secretariat, who will introduce us to the results. So Karun, take it away.
Anna, and hello everyone. My name is Karun, and I will speak on behalf of the Green City Accord Secretariat. Before I talk about the report, I would really like to take a minute to say a few words about the Accord itself, because while many of you are clearly very aware of it, there are some new joiners or people who are not yet part of the Accord here, so for their benefit, let's just review what the Accord is all about. So the Green City Accord is an initiative of the European Commission. It's specifically DG Environment, which was launched in 2020, and it aimed to foster a movement of European cities that are committing to tackling environmental challenges. So in signing the Accord, city leaders are really committing to take further action to make their cities greener, cleaner, and healthier. To date, as already mentioned by Mr. Child, there are already 116 cities that have joined the initiative, which from 21 member states, with some new joiners even in the past few weeks. The cities range from small cities of around 20,000 inhabitants, to big cities of several million. When the cities join the Accord, they commit to make significant improvements in air quality in line with the EU air quality standards and the guidelines of the World Health Organization. They also commit to improve the quality of water and the efficiency of water use, to make progress in conserving and enhancing urban biodiversity, to advance towards a circular economy, and finally, to reduce noise pollution. To track progress relative to these 5 areas, the cities commit to report on 3 indicators per area. So they are sharing the current values, and they set interim and 2030 targets. The reporting is done every 3 years, and we just finished analyzing the initial data that the cities shared with us, so specifically the cities that joined the initiative in the first couple of years. So in the next few minutes, I will take you through the main findings from the data that was shared with us. First, let's see which cities reported the data. You can see on this map, but in total, 42 cities joined the Accord. They hail from 14 member states. And I would say in general, Portugal, Spain, and France, and Finland were kind of the most represented cities in this data set. Let's move on to the first area, the area of air quality, and the three indicators within this area, which are concentration levels of fine particulate matter, and nitrogen dioxide. As you can see, most cities reported baseline values below the current EU limit values for all three indicators, which is great to see. Similarly, the majority of cities also have set 2030 targets below the EU limits set in the recently revised Ambient Air Quality Directive. The situation looks quite different when compared to the limits set in the World Health Organization air quality guidelines, with most of the cities finding it challenging to meet them. Nonetheless, nearly half of them aim to meet them by 2030. With regards to the other area, water management, the average domestic water consumption of the cities that reported data was 129.5 liters per capita per day, with most cities reporting consumption levels below the EU average of 144 liters per capita per day, and half of the cities set out to decrease the water consumption by 2030. Aiming to achieve an average consumption of 121.8 liters per capita per day, which is indicating a planned improvement. The cities also reported on their capacity to comply with the wastewater collection and secondary treatment requirements of the Urban Wastewater Treatment Directive. And as you can see, 22 out of the 37 cities have already achieved a compliance rate of 100%. And all cities aim to either surpass their current values or to maintain a compliance rate of 100% by 2030, which is also a very positive sign. The last indicator, the last water-related indicator is the so-called infrastructure leakage index, which serves as a performance indicator of the water leakage management of cities. Keeping in mind that a value of 1 signifies a very low water loss and 5 high leakage, you can see that the performance of the cities really varies significantly. However, the average score of 4.56 indicates high leakage. However, the 2030 target set by the city shows the potential for reduction to a score of 3.1. With respect to the area of nature and biodiversity, cities reported on the percentage of protected natural areas with an average value among them of 18.7% and 2030 targets to achieve an average of 20.8%, which is showing a potential increase of more than 2%. Similarly, the average tree canopy cover across the 40 reporting cities was 31%, with half of them reporting values above the EU average of 28.5%, and 33 cities setting targets to increase the percentage of tree canopy cover, which is also a positive development. Finally, 33 cities reported on the number of bird species observed on their territory. Here, it's important to note that the cities vary in terms of size and topology, which of course then results in quite a big variety of number of cities, ranging from 13 to 264. With respect to the area of waste management and circular economy, the cities reported on the municipal waste generated and also on the percentage of waste recycled and landfilled. A total of 76% of the cities reported waste generated below the EU average. However, it seems that landfilling is still prevalent, with 17 cities reporting rates exceeding 30%, of which 10 exceeded even 50%. On a positive note, the 31 cities set targets to surpass the EU target of 60% of recycling, which is set in the Waste Framework Directive, and 20 cities aim to meet the EU 2035 target of 10% waste landfilled. Finally, in relation to noise reductions, cities reported on the percentage of the population exposed to average day, evening, and night levels of noise, which are higher or equal to 55 decibels. More than half of them reported values below the EU average, and 24 cities set out to reduce them. With respect to the percentage of the population exposed to night time noise, which is higher or equal to 50 decibels. Two-thirds of the cities also reported values below the EU average, and 24 cities set out to reduce them. Finally, more than half of the cities reported high sleep disturbance levels below 5%, and 15 cities defined more ambitious targets, which is also a promising, indicating that promising positive developments could be expected in this regard. So this was all just a small snapshot of the information presented and shared with us by the cities. I encourage you to take a look at the report, which was just published on the website of the Green City Accord. I'm sure you will find interesting information there. To access it quickly, you can also use the QR code, as I can see that some of you have already started doing. And for me, thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you very much, Karen, for introducing us to the first data report of the Green City Accord. It's really impressive indeed to be hearing all the different objectives that the cities signing the accord are fulfilling and even going beyond the expected outcomes. So you can check here in the QR code the report, otherwise it's going to be available online as well. And while we set the stage for the panel discussion, and I'm going to move around so my colleagues can set everything up, I just want to have a quick show of hands to understand who is in the room today. So, how many of you are signing the Green City Accord today? How many city representatives do I have here that are signing today? All right, we have many of you today from the 14 cities that are going to be signing. Can we give them a big round of applause? So that we welcome them to the family. How many of you have already signed the Green City Accord and are proud signatories of the Accord? Yay, many of you as well. Welcome, a big applause for them as well. Excellent. How many of you are not yet signatories of the Green City Accord, but hope to be convinced today? We have a few of you. Raise your hand a bit higher so that we can find you. We hope to be welcoming you to the family very soon, and that you'll be soon signing the accord here. And who of you are not necessarily city representatives, but are also very engaged in city-related initiatives and are friends of the Green City Accord? Yeah, you're right. We have a few of you here as well. Well, welcome, and a big applause to all of you too. Super. So we have the stage set for our panel discussion, in which we are going to be diving deep into some of the solutions, some of the examples of actions that cities are delivering to make our urban environments greener, sustainable, more healthy, as we've just seen. So I would like to invite all the speakers to join me on stage. Let's start by welcoming, representing the city of Riga, Oleksiy Bochko. Welcome. Please join us here on stage. Welcome and thanks a lot for joining. I will introduce you all in detail shortly, so take a seat. Next up with us, we have Isabel Loureiro from the city of Guimarães. Welcome. Just over here, Isabel. Then also with us is representing the city of Lappeenranta, Ilkka Räsänen. Welcome. Over here, Isabel, and Ilkka can sit between us. Then next up with us, we have Celia Laranjeira from Águeda. Welcome. And Celia will be sitting here next to me. And last but definitely not the least, coming from our hosts here in Vilnius, Vaiva Marosiania. Welcome. Hi, welcome. And Vaiva can join us over here welcome, or if I may say, thank you for having us here. All right, so the reason why we have these 5 cities represented here is because they all showcase a different example of successful initiatives in the 5 areas of the Green City Accord that we have seen. And in that case, I would like to start with our representative of Riga, the chief specialist at the Department of Housing and Environment, Oleksiy Bochko. I would like you to tell us about Riga's initiatives in terms of enhancing air quality. Riga has implemented low-speed zones, cycling and pedestrian infrastructure, electric and environment-friendly vehicles. Yes, indeed. Sorry. So yeah, Oleksiy, so if you could briefly introduce us into the different initiatives that Riga has put forward.
Yeah, hello everyone. Today I want to tell you about our transport projects because in Riga a lot of different projects, but transport infrastructure is very global and it's influence to our air quality. So we work with reducing traffic jams, traffic congestions. It's the main task for us in faces reducing traffic congestions. We built new roads, magistral roads, it's like a highway. Also, it's sometimes for urbanists it's not very good, but we had big problems. For example, in the past, trucks from the port travel along the old our part of city. It's not good for us, so a project is underway to redirect freight traffic roads away from the city of the center. This about our projects. Also, Riga implementing a project to develop mobility points, 50 different mobility points. It's like a hub where you can use trams, trains, buses, bikes, etc. So also we built new bike infrastructure, cyclists and pedestrians. Over the past 5 years, various city districts has been connected by the roads. Several major cycling roads now link the city center with this suburban area. So also improvements, modernization of public transports, very big question for us because we have a lot of different type of transport. So we bought new trams, also new trains, VV, it's new brand, electrobuses and trolleybuses. This is very short. Mm-hmm. So also traffic calming measure. It's about speed limit. Over the past 2 years, new speed limit has been changed in Riga. Was 50 kilometers per hour. Today, in the major part of the city center, 30 kilometers per hour. And modernization of seaport. This is very shortly about transport initiative. Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Oleksiy, for outlining all these initiatives. We'll talk about the process of setting it up and the challenges that you have faced later in time. Now, I would like to welcome the representative from Guimarães, Isabel Loureiro, who was probably preparing already to become or to set up their place as a European Youth Capital of the next year, because Guimarães will be taking over from Vilnius. And I've heard you've done particularly good progress in terms of noise pollution with regulations about public events and businesses, which has led to almost no noise complaints. So could you talk to us a little bit about the regulations that you've put in place and especially what are the results that you have achieved so far?
Well, thank you. Good morning to you all. First of all, we want to acknowledge the invitation to be here on stage sharing the experience of Guimarães. Guimarães is the city that is going to host European Green Capital Year next year. So I will strongly advise you to start to say Guimarães practicing how to say Guimarães, because you have to smile to say Guimarães, so you can start practicing now. And one of the most important things that we implemented in Guimarães in regards to noise was a regulation, because as you know, Guimarães was European Capital of Culture in 2012, and we have lots of public events. Our historical center is UNESCO Heritage, and we have a huge amount of population living there. So with events and with residents living at the same place, we started to have some complaints. And in order to decrease the number of complaints, the municipality, and I'm here with my colleague Dalila, she's the head of the environmental department of the city hall, and Carlos Ribeiro, that is executive director of Landscape Laboratory. Well, we decided to put in force a specific regulation to forbid the noise diffusion in the public areas between 8 p.m. and 12 a.m. And with that, we decrease the complaints of the residents. This is something that each city can do. It's very easy, just do the regulation. Well, but we didn't simply did the regulation. We made this public available for consultation, so it was like a co-creation process, this regulation, before it went to approval by the city government. It's okay like this? Okay.
I think so, yeah.
And if you have any doubts, you can ask us during the networking.
Indeed, yes. And we will follow up also with some additional questions to get to know Guimarães examples better, because indeed we have to learn to pronounce it, because we're going to be hearing and talking a lot about it. Guimarães, indeed. Excellent. So we're going from Guimarães to La Penrata, which you will also correct me on how to translate and how to pronounce it.
Well, you pronounced quite well. Lappenranta.
La Penrata.
Yes.
La Penrata.
Two P's and two
La
A's.
Penrata. Okay, so making stressing the P's. Okay. So La Penrata, as we were discussing before in the coffee chat, became the European Green Leaf back in 2021, and has implemented successful bio-waste recycling and policies related to a circular economy. I have the figure that since 2019, there's 0%, so no household waste has been landfilled. So I'm curious to hear from you, what were the measures implemented in the city? How did that happen?
Well, first of all, congrats for the City of Vilnius for the Green Capital Award. But for the Lappeenranta case, it's a plan of long-term development in the waste management and handling. So we have collected all the materials and citizens and customers to our hands, and so we can plan a cost-effective and high recycling rate waste management system. So it's very important that everything is in one hands. And the bio-waste separation started as early as 2002, and it was totally in every single house had to separate the bio-waste from the other waste materials. And that was a good solution, because people don't really think a lot about wastes as our environments do, but normal people don't. So you have to have a clear rules for that. So it's the clearer and rules and simpler the system, the better it works. And so recent years we have been developing the bio-waste recycling system even more, so that the less and less waste goes to the general waste, but more about that later. And of course the contact to the inhabitants is important. 95% of the citizens are part of the waste process. So the communication to the citizens is vital for the effective system. And we have developed a system that every school children goes to the junior university concept, and they are taught how to separate wastes, and so the kids teach their parents at home how to do that. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I take three interesting lessons here. The first one is that it's not a quick solution, but it's something that you've implemented with
It's a long process.
It's been a long process. Communication and trust has been crucial, and also it starts from a very early age. I found also this very, very interesting as well.
And that way you can also get it's a cost effective, because our waste system is not more expensive than any other waste system in Finland. So it's even less expensive that way. So long-term planning, long-term investments is a rule.
Wonderful. So now we're moving from the green leaf of 2021 to the city that will be taking over next year as European Green Leaf 2026, Águeda. So for Celia Laranjeira, I wanted to ask you on the topic of water management specifically. You've put in place an integrated local action plan for water. Could you talk to us about it?
First of all, thank you for having us in the lovely city of Vilnius and having the opportunity to present you also our city, our colorful, sustainable and green city. You are all invited to come in 2026 to the Green Leaf events that will be held in Águeda. It's also quite challenging to pronounce it, but you will have plenty of time to practice. So as Patrick already spoke earlier, the water management is quite a challenge for all the cities. And Águeda had the opportunity of developing an integrated local action plan for water management. It was developed under a project called CAPT2, the circularity of water. It was a network of 8 Portuguese cities financed by the Portuguese government, where we had the opportunity to make a participatory approach in the developing of the plan. A lot of companies, local entities, private entities, among families and citizens worked together in order to evaluate the state of the art where we were standing, and of course identify the main actions that were needed to be taken on the next times in a short, medium period of time. So we developed this plan with a lot of nine important actions related to the water management and water efficiency, reduction of the consumption, and of course the management of the water bodies. As Águeda has 1,500 kilometers of water lines and the major natural freshwater lagoon in the Iberian Peninsula. It's located in our region, and is also in Águeda, where is captured the water for the supplies of the families in the whole region of Aveiro. So it was quite challenging, and it will be very important to implement this plan.
Thank you very much, Celia, because I think this is a pressing challenge for many of the cities represented here, the question of water scarcity. So this is a very important example on how we can take action on that. So now let's move to the question of biodiversity, and for this we have a representative from our guests here in Vilnius. I'm delighted to introducing Vaiva Maroziane, sorry. Could you talk to us a little bit about the Green Wave initiatives? I see that you put some very ambitious objectives, planting 100,000 trees, 10 million shrubs, and 300,000 winders. So what can you tell us about these actions that have been implemented, and what impact has it had in cities since?
Yes, hello everyone. I'm glad to see you all in our city, and nice to see you, all of you. And yes, I agree with you that our ambition is really very high, and certainly not small. We are not planted all these trees and shrubs at all, but we are in the right way. Nowadays, yes, we are in a process. Nowadays, we are planted about 70,000 shrubs and about 5,000 trees. And Of course, we have some direction of planting and to keep biodiversity. So it's just to plant a lot of different species of plants and urban forest and self-seed trees. And another way we have some policy of meadow mowing to keep biodiversity. So we are, I think, doing a lot of great jobs.
Excellent, and I think this is paying off as well. I've also heard about all the different sustainable initiatives, like also in this event, and the trees that we see planted over here as well, which are a symbol of all the efforts that Vilnius is doing in this front. I'll ask you again about the Green Wave later on, but now I would like to move to the second round of questions, and I would want to bring back Alexei into the discussion and ask you from the different sustainable transportation projects that you've mentioned before with us. What do you think have been the main challenges of implementing this solution? What can you tell us?
Yeah, main challenges. A lot of. I think it's hundreds, but the main for us, it's combine all our projects, and we should have good communication between our departments, good communication between inhabitants who live in Riga, businesses, etc. Because we cannot create good infrastructure if people who live in Riga don't support this. This is main challenge. Also, big challenge for us, this monitoring air quality. It's a new project, low emission zones. We should create big network with sensors, different sensors in Riga. We have stationary station, but it's not enough for us. So we want to buy, I think, hundreds small sensors and compare data with our stations and understand how our air quality better or not after this new project, about low emission zones and zero emission zones. So this is two main challenges for us.
Definitely, and I think this is a challenge that is going to resonate with everyone, particularly the question of bringing societies, bringing citizens on board with these initiatives. And this is related to the question that I wanted to ask Isabel, which is, we've already stressed the importance of communication in terms of putting forward these initiatives and bringing citizens on board. Could you elaborate a little bit on the process that Guimarães put forward to communicate with citizens on the importance of the noise pollution measures?
Yes, communication is a key element when you want to implement the green and fair transition in your city. And in our communication program, we establish 3 strategic objectives. The first one is to inform citizens about the indicators, and the second one is to engage them and educate them to have a more sustainable behavior. And the third strategic objective is to measure the effectiveness via changes. So in regards to the first objective, to inform the municipality, and I'm talking about noise now, has a platform where you can see some events that are happening. So citizens in the neighborhood of that event, they can see there is going to happen a specific event there, and they are aware that maybe that day we will have some noise in that area. But to have a specific license to have that event, you have to request it to the technical service of the municipality. And then the technical services of the municipality, they set you a set of measures that you can implement in order to reduce the sound level. But this platform informs citizens about these events. In regards to the second strategic objective, we have 20,000 learners in our city, students. So the municipality, together with the Landscape Laboratory, they have a specific program for education, environmental education. We name it Pegadas, footprint in English. So under this program, there are a set of initiatives, including some specific for noise, to raise awareness and educate children about the noise. Because even though noise is not a strategic area, for example, in the Mission City, it comes to be because it's a transversal area. So noise for us, it's included in our Climate City contract, in our investment plan, and in our action plan for neutrality as a transversal area. In regards to the last one, and I am finishing, we just want to say that we are measuring the effectiveness via changes, because each 5 years we do a survey to citizens to understand how they are perceiving the changes that we are implementing. And some of the results regarding noise are very impressive. We have 86% of the population saying that they are living near a quiet area. And this is very impressive because, as we were talking before, we have the green areas. They are quiet green zones, but we also have the urban areas, and it's very important this kind of communication to citizens, but also the opposite, to you to know how they are perceiving the changes that you are implementing.
This is really interesting, the question of indeed bidirectional communication, and also I'm very happy that you bring this dimension of environmental education, because I think this is also something that is going to inspire, I think, a lot of our cities' representatives. They are not implementing similar programs yet. Now I'd like to go back to Ilka and to Lappenratta. And in terms of the results, in terms of reduction of bio-waste in general waste, what can you tell us about the results and the impact it's had in the city?
Yes, after 2022, there was a great demand for the biogas in our region. So, there's a biogas plant in the picture shown behind us, yes. And we have started new processes and new initiatives to increase the bio-waste separation, not just only for the biogas plant, but just for the recycling rate also. So, and several initiatives has started. Sorry, but we have studied the amount of the bio waste in the general waste. So just open up the trucks and see what kind of bags contain bio waste, and so the weight the amount of the bio waste in general waste. And there's a significant difference in different kind of households where there's more and or less bio waste in the general waste. Single houses are usually very good, but the rental houses or student houses or city center where there's a lot of restaurants as well, there's also bio waste in the general waste. So to these solutions we have implemented ideas. So we, for example, the rental houses, we are sharing the paper bags for free to get the bio waste out of the general waste, and in the city center, guiding the restaurants and the households to separate the bio waste better, and very simple communication to the different kind of households, different kind of to understand what kind of people they are and how they behave. So in that way we have been able to decrease the amount at least 10% at the moment. So it's a very good result so far. Yes.
Thank you. Thanks a lot, Ilka. I think it's a very interesting example of, once again, communication is so important, as you already stressed before. We've talked about communication, we've talked about education.
Positive actions towards, yes.
Indeed. Really interesting. So, because we've talked about communication, about bringing citizens on board, we've talked about education. Now let's also bring the question of collaboration. Because Celia, as we mentioned before, I think the question of water management and scarcity, a lot of cities are struggling with it. This is one of the realities of climate change. And I think I understood that one of the dimensions of the integrated local action plan for water that Agda is implementing is the collaboration also with other cities. Could you talk to us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, thank you. Because cities, despite different social, economic, and environmental realities, they face similar challenges regarding the management of natural resources and, of course, the management of their cities. So it's very important to learn and to exchange the practices and the projects that the city are developing in their territories so that we can all learn from each other. And this plan in Agda was developed under that principle, because we had the opportunity to visit the reality and the projects of 8 different cities in Portugal, and even got inspired by visiting international cities regarding projects of water management, and exchange ideas, talk with other technicians, talk with other politicians and associations, in order to better understand how they implemented some initiatives and some projects in their territory, what went better, what went wrong, so that we could all learn from each other. At the last minute, avoiding to repeat the same mistakes and improving the development of the project. So it is quite inspiring, and I think a win-win situation when you get the opportunity to learn from other cities, from other colleagues from other cities, and of course also have the opportunity to implement these ideas and these projects in our city. And some of the projects and initiatives that we are developing nowadays were inspired by what is being done in Europe and in Portugal specifically, but of course adapted to our reality and to our problems.
I love it, because one of the elements indeed of the Green City Accord is the possibility to collaborate and exchange across cities and learn from each other indeed. So this is an example of how it works.
Yes, and we have been doing that and working in a lot of projects, also financed by the European Union and the Portuguese government, that have an important component, as Isabel mentioned it earlier, of public participation, but also for the involvement of other cities and other communities. It's a very positive idea.
Super. So now, from involving cities to involving different stakeholders within the city, I would like to go back to Vaiva. Could you talk to us a little bit about how you have involved different stakeholders and partners when implementing the Green Wave initiatives? How did the process look like? What can you tell us about it?
Yes, we realized, as municipality, that alone we are nothing, and we can't do a lot of jobs alone. So we involved stakeholders, and of course business, of course education institution, of course our citizens, and companies who is working in a city. So we realized that the most effective way is to do events with citizens where we are just planting trees together, all together, and for free, just for our city. So this is the way right-directed we choose, and we see that it's worked very, very good.
Excellent. That's a really interesting example to hear, and we see it happening in action in these pictures that we have in our background. So I would like, because we need to move on to the final part of our event today, but I would like to ask each one of you if you could share perhaps one key lesson that you have taken from implementing these different initiatives and that you would like to pass on to to other city representatives, what's one thing that they should keep in mind when implementing such measures? We can start by Alexei again and have a final round.
So about our lessons, I think, all post-Soviet countries have very negative Soviet era legacy. So the main question and our learned and conclusion, we should work with this Soviet legacy. Why? Because less of environmental education, the first, especially old generation. They don't understand why we need new velo roads, bicycle roads. They don't understand why we need new ecological projects. Also, we have a lot of different problems because residential buildings was built near industrial area. And I have very questions about air quality, but this is old Soviet problem. About your residential building was built near big industry. I cannot solve this problem, but we should modernize this industrial zone. We should add new technology in this industrial zone, but we should also add more education for all of generation in Latvia. Also, we cannot localize industrial zones, roads in this area, in one area. We should create new green city, and in industrial zones we should add also green zones, because all cities should be comfortable for inhabitants. I think this is the main questions for us, and this is our our lessons. Yeah. So
Thanks.
we work with it.
Indeed, thanks a lot for bringing indeed this historical perspective, looking ahead and breaking with all the old legacies, indeed. Now, Isabel, from Guimarães' perspective, what do you think are the lessons learned?
Thank you for the question. We have a few lessons, of course. The first one, Celia already talked about. It's about cooperation. It's essential to cooperate between cities, to sharing. And I'm looking also to Valencia. We are sharing a lot with Valencia under this European Green Capital Networking, and congratulations for the past year, Valencia, and also Vilnius, of course. So cooperation is strategic. You need to cooperate in order to see what other people are doing and to implement if possible. And this is very important as lessons learned. But I want to share 3 more lessons that were very important for us. To have science with you. So now, since 2013, all our projects are science evidence-based, and it's very important to bring science into the projects, because then it's easier to have the political decision, because you have data and you have correlations, and this is also a lesson learned that we want to share with you. The other lesson is education. It's very important to bring citizens, but also the young generations on board, and give them a voice. So as we explained you before, education is also strategic. And if you still don't have an educational program in your city, we strongly advise you to do that, because it's essential when it comes to change the behavior of the citizen. And the last lesson is about multidisciplinary work. So Guimarães was asked to come here to talk about noise. But if you have a climate integrated management system, when you are talking with your team about noise, you are talking about nature and biodiversity and air quality and so on. So you integrate everything, and this is essential to have a multidisciplinary team that can look for an indicator and integrate data in all the indicators. We are now developing an index that relates plenty of indicators. And the last lesson is about
Really, really
yes,
short, please,
it's
Isabel.
about the opportunity that Green City Accord gives to the city. Thanks to the team that's supporting us, it's been a great journey.
Excellent. Thanks a lot, Isabel. I think it's a very important message to pass on, which is that we are not tackling this in silos, like all the different areas are integrated after all. Ilka, what are your main lessons?
Yes, that was very good point from Guimaraes. Guimaraes. I have to still learn more about pronouncing that. But,
We'll practice during the coffee break. Please, Ilka.
But our lessons learned are that you have to have a vision and set the targets, even if you don't really know how they are received, and just get ambitious targets, and then make action plans and implement them and build up projects and teams and gather people around that are in these processes and implement those actions. But and everything this also includes in climate policy as well. So there is something is happening when you set the targets. It's something mystical is happening. So when you set the target, it gets into people's mind and in the background, and even if they don't think they are doing something, they are actually implementing the target. So that's a really mystical thing with which I have experienced in my career.
That's a powerful message, to dare to be ambitious. I
Yes.
like it. Excellent. So, Celia, from Agada's perspective.
Okay, so the major goal of the plans that are developed is to be implemented. So the best way for you to do that and to achieve your goals and the better results is to involve all the people who will participate in the implementation of the projects and the actions in the developing of the plan. From the water management authority to local governments to the families and the companies that are the final consumers. So if you want to promote water efficiency, you should involve all of them, from the simple citizens that opened the tap and you wanted to close it. So they should develop the plan with you in a participatory approach so that you can better achieve your results. Also, it's very important, and we already mentioned it here earlier, learning from other projects and other cities that are already developing initiatives regarding water management. It's what I'm talking about. And of course, also something I share with Isabel and all our colleagues from the panel, it's of course the communication is of major importance, so that you can speak, so that you can present your goals and your achievements and the results, and you don't be afraid to evaluate if the project is ongoing and it's a success or not, and you should reevaluate and implement different things. So it's important to also monitor and to communicate.
Thanks a lot, Celia.
More communication for all parts of society.
Indeed. So, yeah, communication, also the word of participation came out. And Vaiva, your main lesson.
And I don't know what to say, because you all say these things what we are thinking and what lessons of our. But the most important lesson, I think, for my opinion, was that two big steps from beginning and very little steps to communicate. So I think that the communication is much more important in this thing, because we must to educate children, students, and just citizens. This is our force.
Thanks a lot. So with this final message, then we can wrap up the discussion. If I can ask for a big round of applause for our panelists for sharing their insights with us. Thank you so much. Now, let's move to the final part of today's presentation. If I may invite our city representatives to take back the stage again. Yes, indeed, you can leave it. You can leave everything here. And yeah, I think it's been a really insightful conversation that we just had over here. We are finishing now. We're going to be doing the setup for the final part of our event, but I wanted to share a couple of reflections that I have from this discussion, from what I've been hearing so far today. If we would be doing a word cloud of the key words, of the key messages that have appeared in this conversation, the main one is going to be communication, for sure. Communication with citizens, but also citizens communicating with us. So really creating this dialogue. A very close second word that has come up is education, the importance of environmental education, the importance of bringing also the youngest people and our children to talk about these key topics. We're going to dance a little bit here for a couple of seconds, sorry. Then I would also highlight the question of collaboration across cities, but also collaboration within cities, involvement, and probably I think what's a very important message is the multidisciplinary approach. I mean, I think this stage is a clear example. I mean, the city of Vilnius talked about these initiatives in biodiversity and planting trees, but we've also have initiatives highlighting sustainable mobility, as we see from the bikes here, the transformation of cities, water management. So I think this highlights the fact that indeed we cannot tackle these questions in silos. It's all part of the same challenge. So now we're going to be moving to the final, but not the least, part of today's event, in which we are going to be welcoming new members to the Green City Accords family. So the way that this is going to work, I'll be calling the city representatives one by one to join me on stage. You'll be able to say a few words on why you are joining and what do you expect to get out of it. And then we will have the signature, in which we're going to have Karun again with us, and we'll be handing over the certificates. So I would like to start with the first one of our cities. Which one is it going to be? It's going to be in alphabetical order. So we're going to be starting, in fact, with the city of Ávila in Spain. And for this, I would like to welcome the mayor, Jesús Manuel Sánchez Cabrera. Welcome. Welcome, Jesus Manuel, and Patrick Child will once again be joining us in this ceremony. So you can start indeed. If you can give your speech first, and then we'll be signing the accord. Welcome, bienvenido.
Good morning, autoridades, participantes de esta ceremonia. Buenos días, soy Jesús Manuel Sánchez Cabrera, alcalde de Ávila, una ciudad pequeña, una ciudad en el centro de España, pero una ciudad patrimonio mundial reconocida por la UNESCO hace ahora 40 años. Mi ciudad acoge 60.000 habitantes y destacamos por tener un gran patrimonio cultural y gastronómico. Destaca la muralla de Ávila, una de las mejores representaciones de arquitectura defensiva y que mejor conservada está en Europa. Es visitable en gran parte para todas las personas porque es accesible. Ávila también destaca por ser la ciudad natal de Santa Teresa de Jesús, patrona universal de la Iglesia Católica. Ávila se sumó al acuerdo como ciudad verde en febrero del 2023, como muestra del compromiso de la ciudad con la sostenibilidad, el bienestar de los vecinos y con el desarrollo de políticas y acciones para lograr un futuro mejor. Nuestras acciones van encaminadas a ese objetivo de manera transversal. Nuestra estrategia de Ciudad Verde, con la Agenda 2030 y los Objetivos de Desarrollo Sostenible, abarcan a todas las áreas municipales y está presente en nuestro día a día. Desde la movilidad urbana al nuevo servicio de tratamiento de residuos urbanos, la calidad del agua y el sistema de abastecimiento o la mejora de calles, plazas y parques. Nuestro futuro, nuestro presente, tiene que ser verde. Quiero agradecer los esfuerzos de la Comisión Europea y de todos los que impulsáis que nuestras ciudades caminen hacia un futuro mejor. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Muchas gracias, señor alcalde. Here is the certificate. Welcome to the Green City Accord family. Perfecto. Thank you very much. Muchas gracias. And if you can stay for a photo, for a family picture, please. Señor alcalde, por favor, vamos a sacar una foto aquí con el certificado. Perfecto. Thank you very much. Muchas gracias. Then we're moving to the next one of our signatories. I'm delighted to be welcoming from Brașov, Romania, the Deputy Mayor, Lucian Patrașcu. Welcome. So, Mr. Patrașcu, you're invited to take the stage and say a few words.
Privileged to be here in Vilnius, your beautiful city, the European Green Capital 2025. My name is Lucian Patrașcu. I am the Deputy Mayor of Brașov, and together with my colleagues today, local councillor Cristina Timariu and Radu Cenciu, we have the honor to represent Brașov today here in Vilnius. We are proud to say that Brașov is the most beautiful city in Romania, home for 300,000 residents. A place where history, culture, and nature come together in perfect harmony. Situated at the foot of the Carpathian Mountains, Brașov attracts tourists with its medieval charm, vibrant atmosphere, and historical landscape. Brașov joined Green City Accord in April the 1st, 2023. We decided to join the initiative because we are aware that we face air pollution, noises, waste management issues, and biodiversity loss. We are fully aware that these problems require coordinated efforts and pragmatic solutions. Brașov is implementing today measures aligned with the Green City Accord and the European Green Deal. These include promoting sustainability mobility, improving public transport, and developing advanced strategies for waste management and the circular economy. We are also working on innovative recycling system. Urban regeneration is a priority for us. We are expanding green spaces in Brașov while protecting and improving urban biodiversity. Ladies and gentlemen, this meeting represents for us an excellent opportunity to learn from each other. Vilnius has demonstrated a remarkable leadership in innovation. It is an inspiring example for us, for all cities shaping their future. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you very much, Mr. Patrașcu. Here is your certificate in the hands of Patrick Child. In the meantime, maybe I can already ask the representative from Dresden to prepare to come into the stage. Excellent, thank you so much. Welcome to the family, and so let's pose for the picture. Excellent, thank you very much, Mr. Patrașcu, and congratulations to Brașov for signing the accord. Now I'm delighted to be welcoming the representative from Dresden in Germany, the Deputy Mayor Eva Jenigen. Welcome. Ms. Jenigen, you can say a few words.
Dear Patrick Child, dear colleges. My name is Eva Jening. I'm the second mayor and councillor for environment and climate law and order in the city of Dresden, Germany. Dresden is the state capital of Saxony in just Germany with around 500,000 inhabitants. We proudly share the history with civil rights movement at the end of the Soviet Empire with Vilnius and Lithuania. Although the revolution was so much more complicit and violent here in the Baltic states. Dresden joined the Green City Accord in 2022 with, for example, the Landschaftsplan, the Integrated Urban Development Concept, and the Waste Management Plan. We made important decisions that correspond to the goals of Green City Accord. It offers the possibility for monitoring with the specific indicators, especially with regard to the European objectives. It is important because it calls for the green cities and emphasizes the synergies between health protections and environmental protection. By joining the Covenant of Mayors, Dresden covers the areas of climate protection and adaptation to climate change. Joining the Green City Accord has protected this process to include other environmental goods. The Green City Accords offers Dresden a comprehensive framework to further advance the sustainable goals with participants to the UN missions 100 climate neutral and smart cities. Both support the transitions of our city to carbon neutral and smart city through improved environment conditions. These synergies will help Dresden create a more sustainable, livable, and healthier urban environment for its residents, will contribute to ambitious European environmental and climate goals. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Janigan. Here we have the Green City Accord for you to sign. And in the meantime, maybe I can already ask the representative from Heilbronn, also in Germany, to be prepared to take the stage. Now we're posing here for a family picture. Smile. And thank you very much and welcome to Dresden as well. Thanks a lot, Ms. Jeliger, and welcome Dresden. And now from one German city to another, I'm delighted to welcome the representative from Heilbronn, Mr. Andreas Ringler, Deputy Mayor for Environment.
Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for the invitation to the EU Commission and also to Vilnius. Very amazing day we are joining. My name is Andreas Ringler. I'm the Deputy Mayor for Environment, Building and Mobility of the city of Heilbronn. It's a very great honor to stay here and reaffirm officially the commitment to the Green City Accord. A few sentences to our city. Heilbronn is located in the south of Germany and has a multicultural population of around 132,000 inhabitants. Our city is characterized by a close connection between tradition and progress. On the one hand, we are known as a wine city in the region of Neckar, and also we are known for our modern universities, scientific institutes like the Bildungscampus or the forthcoming Innovation Park of Artificial Intelligence. We call it EPI. It's one of the largest in Europe. We joined the Green City Accord because we are convinced that the European cooperation is very important for solving environmental issues in a sustainable way. Thank you for the opportunity to stay here. Let's work together. And when we look around in the world, I think working together is so important, much more important than ever. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ringler. Here is the certificate. So you can sign it. And if I can ask the representative of Klagenfurt already to get ready to take the stage. here we are for the picture. Thank you very much. Andreas Ringler from Heilbronn. Welcome. And already prepared with us, we have the Deputy Mayor for Climate and Environment of Klagenfurt am Wörthersee in Austria, Mr. Alexander Kastner. Welcome.
Ja, meine sehr geehrten Damen und Herren des Green City Accords, sehr geehrte Städtevertreter, meine sehr geschätzten Kolleginnen und Kollegen. Mein Name ist Alexander Kastner und ich bin Vizebürgermeister der Landeshauptstadt Klagenfurt am Wörthersee, der Hauptstadt des Bundeslandes Kärnten im Süden von Österreich. Mit knapp 100.000 Einwohnern ist Klagenfurt die sechstgrößte Stadt Österreichs und regionales Zentrum für Bildung, Wissenschaft und Forschung, Tourismus und Wirtschaft. Hervorzuheben ist Klagenfurt vor allem als Stadt an der Schnittstelle zu 3 Kulturen im Herzen der Alpen-Adria-Region. Die Stadt liegt im direkten Grenzgebiet zu Italien und Slowenien, wodurch interkultureller Austausch in der gesamten Region gelebte Praxis ist. Als Vizebürgermeister bin ich für die Referate Klima- und Umweltschutz, Wohnungen, Sanierung, Neubau, Energie sowie europäische Angelegenheiten zuständig. Dieses Aufgabengebiet ermöglicht eine nachhaltige Stadtentwicklung in den entsprechenden Disziplinen voranzutreiben. Als Stadt sind wir österreichischer Vorreiter in Sachen Klima- und Umweltschutz. Schon im Jahre 2011 sind wir dem Konvent der Bürgermeister beigetreten und haben eine erste CO2-Bilanz berechnet und entsprechende Maßnahmen hinterlegt. Weiter sind wir als einzige österreichische Stadt der EU-City Mission für 100 klimaneutrale und smarte Städte bis 2030. Unser Plan zur Erreichung der Klimaneutralität wurde bereits 2023 mit dem EU-City Mission Label ausgezeichnet. Als nächster Schritt war es für uns nur logisch, auf den Green City Accord im Jahre 2024 beizutreten. Ein richtungsweisender Schritt im Zuge der Bewerbung als europäische Umwelthauptstadt des Jahres 2026. An dieser Stelle nochmals eine herzliche Gratulation an Gimaresch, ein würdiger Titelträger als europäische Umwelthauptstadt. Wir wollen unsere Kompetenzen vertiefen, Teil einer starken europäischen Gemeinschaft sein, in der Nachhaltigkeit und Klimaschutz großgeschrieben wird und Erfahrungen mit anderen Städten auszutauschen. Diese Aufgaben sind Teil unserer Smart City Klimastrategie und unsere Motivation, ein aktiven Teil des Green City Accords zu sein. Thanks.
Vielen Dank, Herr Kastner. And here is the certificate for you to sign. And in the meantime, I would like to welcome our representative from Krakow to get prepared to take the stage. Thank you very much, Mr. Kastner. Vielen Dank. And our next city is the city of Krakow. Do we have a representative? Indeed. We have with us the plenipotentiary Paweł Szygalski representing Krakow in Poland. Welcome. You could say a few words, Mr. Szygalski.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, dear colleagues, it's a great pleasure for me to be here with you today. My name is Paweł Szygalski. I'm the plenipotentiary of the mayor of Krakow for air quality, responsible for the areas related to environmental protection, especially in the terms of improving air quality. I have been dealing with these subjects for several years, and I'm aware of how difficult these issues are, especially since they require time, involvement, and cooperation of many actors and communities. Krakow is the second largest city in Poland, with a population of over 700,000, but also the most recognizable brand among tourists visiting our country. The city of Polish kings, with its historic center inscribed on the UNESCO World Heritage List in 1978 as one of the first 12 sites in the world. Krakow is not only associated with monuments, history, and cultural facilities. Krakow is also the capital of the region an outsourcing hub, the home of small companies, international corporations, but also large industrial plants. Each type of business brings positive change, but some inconveniences may also result. Because we want to move with the times, we must meet the challenges of our civilization, not only in the economic or social sphere, but also, and perhaps most of all, in environmental and climate protection. Hence, the decision to join the Green City Accord in early 2023, it is also a clear signal that we care about improving the lives of residents and taking care of our immediate surroundings. By signing the accord, we have committed to taking a broader look at 5 areas of environment management: air, water, biodiversity, circular economy, and noise. We all know very well how important these elements are, especially in highly urbanized areas. For example, just a few years ago, we faced high air pollution in the city, but with the cooperation of many entities, change in the law, and the implementation of a number of support programs, we managed to bring down this threat to relatively safe levels. There still remains a lot to be done, which is why this type of cooperation at the level of European cities is very much needed, because of the opportunity to work together, share experience, good practice, exchange information. All the main goals set out in our agreement constitute a part of the city broader strategy, which implements measures to promote sustainable development and improve the environment. Thank you very much, and I'm glad that Vilnius, a city as beautiful as Krakow, is the host of this event. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ścigalski. Here is your certificate to sign. And just after you, I would like to already invite to prepare himself the representative of Onda in Spain. Excellent. Thank you very much, Mr. Ścigalski, and congratulations to Krakow. And now I would like to welcome our next representative from the city of Onda in Spain, Councillor Vicente Bou. Welcome.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Vicente Bou, and I am the first deputy mayor of the city of Onda in Spain. Onda is a beautiful city located in the region of Valencia, Spain. We are the heart of the ceramic industry, with a rich tradition that has been a key part of our local economy and heritage for centuries. Onda is proud to be part of the Green City Accord. We joined this initiative because we believe in the importance of creating a sustainable and healthy environment for our community. The Green City Accord provides us with a framework to achieve our environmental goals and improve the quality of life for our residents. The Green City Accord aligns perfectly with our broader sustainability objective. It supports our efforts to reduce pollution in young green spaces and promote renewable energy. One of our key projects is the creation of the Green Lung in Onda, which will serve as a model for urban renaturalization and sustainability. Additionally, Onda is proud to be recognized as a tree city by 3 cities of the world. By being part of this initiative, we are committed to making Onda a greener, cleaner, and more sustainable city for future generations. Together, we can make a difference. I invite all of you to join us in our efforts to create a sustainable future for Onda and beyond. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Gracias, Vicente. So here is the certificate ready for you as well. So you can sign it with Patrick and take a picture. And then next up is going to be Sant Boi de Llobregat. So if I can ask the city representative to prepare himself just here outside. Gracias. We have a family photo. Wonderful, and congratulations to Onda. Then next up with us, I'm delighted to be welcoming the city of Sant Boi de Llobregat in Spain, represented by the city councillor Emilio Morillas. Welcome.
Okay, thank you. Good morning to all. My name is Emilio Morillas, and I am the City Councillor for Innovation, Policy Planning and Evaluation, and European projects of Sant Boi de Llobregat. Unfortunately, our Mayor, Lluïsa Muret, can't be here today, but she would like to express her gratitude to the Green City Accord Secretariat for inviting Sant Boi to be part of this ceremony. Sant Boi de Llobregat is a city of more than 83,000 inhabitants located in the metropolitan area of Barcelona, Spain. About 60% of the Sant Boi area remains green and blue space, making it one of the cities with the best air quality in the region. Today, Sant Boi is a green city, working for the implementation of sustainability policies based on clean energies, sustainable mobility, and circular economy under a multi-level governance model. By 2050, we aim to become a city where greenery and sustainability are deeply integrated into urban life, promoting health and resilience. In February 2024, Sant Boi de Llobregat signed the Green City Accord, demonstrating the commitment of our city to continue intensifying efforts to address environmental challenges and take appropriate initiatives for the sustainability, which even led us to be a European Green Leaf 2026 city finalist. Sant Boi has had a historical commitment to ecological transition, the reduction of emissions and decarbonization in the context of the climate crisis. This accord is a step forward to join forces at the European level and a great opportunity to achieve our sustainable goals. We are very happy to be able to count on the support of the movement, and we are very excited to collaborate with the other green cities in tackling the challenge of building a green future for Europe. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Emilio, and congratulations to Sant Boi. There comes the certificate for you as well. So you can sign, and in the meantime, our representative, the mayor of Treviso in Italy, can already prepare to take the stage. I'm in the picture with Emilio. Thank you very much, and congratulations to Sant Boi de Llobregat. Next up with us, we have the city of Treviso in Italy, represented by its mayor, Mario Conte. Welcome.
Carissimi colleghi, buongiorno a tutti. Mi chiamo Mario Conte e ho l'onore di essere il sindaco della città di Treviso, una città situata nel cuore del Veneto, in Italia, con una popolazione di circa 86.000 abitanti. Treviso è nota per la sua storia millenaria, gli splendidi palazzi e i canali che attraversano il centro storico e il suo profondo legame con la natura e la sostenibilità. Da molti viene considerata una piccola Venezia. Oggi mi trovo qui a Vilnius con grande orgoglio per celebrare un passo importante nel nostro impegno verso un futuro più verde e sostenibile. La firma del Green City Accord. Treviso ha aderito a questa iniziativa nel settembre del 2023 con la convinzione che una comunità prospera è una comunità che rispetta l'ambiente e lavora per il bene delle future generazioni. Questo accordo rappresenta per noi una guida e una conferma nel nostro impegno a migliorare la qualità dell'aria, proteggere la biodiversità, promuovere una gestione efficiente e sostenibile delle risorse e combattere i cambiamenti climatici. L'adesione al Green City Accord è perfettamente allineata con la nostra strategia verde, che vuole essere un modello condiviso con i comuni vicini per poi essere replicato su scala territoriale e nazionale. Treviso è stata nominata Città Green Leaf 2025, la prima in Italia a ricevere questo prestigioso riconoscimento della Commissione europea. Questo titolo premia le azioni intraprese negli ultimi anni, dalla creazione di infrastrutture verdi innovative al coinvolgimento della popolazione con attività di sensibilizzazione e promozione delle buone pratiche, soprattutto dei giovani, e nella costruzione di una città più sostenibile. Guardando al 2025, Treviso sarà ambasciatrice della sostenibilità ambientale in Italia e in Europa. Organizzeremo eventi e iniziative che abbracceranno cultura, sport, innovazione digitale e sociale per coinvolgere cittadini di tutte le età nella transizione ecologica. Il nostro obiettivo è semplice ma ambizioso: dimostrare che anche una città media di dimensioni può essere un modello di sostenibilità e costruire insieme alle altre città europee un ponte culturale virtuoso. Grazie a tutti per il vostro impegno collettivo. Insieme possiamo costruire città più verdi, più vivibili e più resilienti per il futuro. Grazie a tutti.
Grazie, signor Conti. Conte, here's the certificate for you. You can sign. It's the family photo. All right. Excellent. Thank you very much, and congratulations to Treviso also for being the European Green Leaf. And then last from the cities that are joining us today here in person is the city of Varna in Bulgaria, and it's represented by the chair of European Cooperation International Relations Committee of its City Council, David Kirkorov. Welcome.
Dear ladies and gentlemen, my name is David Kirkorov, and I serve as chair of the European Policies and International Cooperation Committee to the City Council of Varna. I thank our host Vilnius and congratulate them for becoming the Green City for 2025. Varna is located on the beautiful Black Sea coast, and it's Bulgaria's third largest city with around 300,000 inhabitants. We're known for thriving tourism industry, and we're grateful to have abundant sunshine and access to a very beautiful coastline. In 2022, Varna proudly joined the Green City Accord with its goal to accelerate implementing green projects and to collaborate with other ambitious cities throughout Europe. And this commitment also reflects our community's dedication to sustainability and innovation going forward. In just 2 years since signing the accord, we've replaced 60 diesel buses with electric ones and completed a large-scale wastewater treatment plant to protect our biggest resort area. Currently, we're working on replacing aging pipelines in a 70 million euro project to prevent water losses and improving energy efficiency in over 35 large residential and public buildings. We have also created a framework to facilitate private investment of over 4 million euro in new wastewater treatment plants, which is being carried out as I speak. Looking ahead, we aim to foster sustainable partnerships, exchange knowledge, and strengthen intercity collaboration with everyone in the Green City Accord. We are very grateful to the Green City Accord for providing this invaluable platform of collective progress. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, David Kirkorov, for joining us. And here is the certificate for Varna as well. Excellent. So the family keeps growing. Congratulations to Varna. I can pose here with Patrick for a picture. And those of you who are representatives of the new signatories who are here in person, stay with us because at the end we're going to take a family picture with all the signatories together. Thank you very much to David, and congratulations to Varna indeed. You can, you've already taken the picture, right? Well, no, not for the family picture will come later. We have now 4 cities that will be joining us online who are also signing the Green City Accord, but unfortunately couldn't be with us here in Vilnius. So we will start with the Deputy Mayor of Angers Loire Métropole, Corinne Bouchou. Corinne, are you with us?
Hope you can hear me and see me.
Yes, we can hear you now, Corinne. Welcome.
Good morning. I'm calling from Angers in France. We have 156,000 inhabitants, and we're engaged for more than 10 years in an ambitious and proactive approach that became more concrete since 2019. We are happy also to be involved at the 100 Climate Neutral and Smart Cities mission. We have 5 main areas where we want to be the best in France, if we can. First, climate change, migration through energy transition. Twice, adaptation to climate change. It's important. Third, biodiversity protection and restoration. We are a very green town. We want, after this, to preserve our resources through transition towards a circular and responsible economy. And we work on social transition. At the end, it's very important for us to work with all the residents in behavior change. We want to change our behaviors, and we are a town with a lot of students. We have a lot of students, we work with them, and we try to make our country different, consuming, producing, working, and living together. Thank you very much for us. We need Europe. We need Europe today. Thank you.
Thank you very much to Deputy Mayor Bouchou, and congratulations to Angers for joining our Green City Accord family. Now we are moving to the Netherlands, where the city of Assen is also joining the Green City Accord. We have with us the Vice Mayor Bert-Jan ten Oever. Let's
good morning,
now.
everyone.
Good morning, welcome.
Yeah, good morning. Thank you for the opportunity to let me join this important meeting online. My name is Bert-Jan ten Oever, Vice Mayor of the municipality of Assen in the Netherlands. I think it's important that we let you know that we are very proud of the title of the greenest city in the Netherlands that is awarded to us in 2023. It was a recognition of our ongoing commitment to sustainability and environmental stewardship. Assen is a city of 70,000 inhabitants in the northern Netherlands with a lot of green within the municipality. Home to a beautiful forest in the heart of our city, we are also surrounded by Natura 2000 sites. And by 2040, we aim to be recognized and well known as the greenest city of the northern Netherlands, setting an example for others to follow. This vision led us to join the Green City Accord, as we believe its ideals align perfectly with the ambitions of Assen. And we are very happy to be part of this initiative that supports our goals for a greener and healthier city. We focus on key areas of the Green City Accord, such as waste recycling, water management, climate action, and green living. And to become a greener and healthier city, the local community plays a vital role. In Assen, we actively engage with residents, schools, and volunteers to maintain and expand our green spaces. A very effective way in doing so is through our Sustainability Center. And our hardworking, motivated, and enthusiastic colleagues help to support bottom-up sustainability initiatives, collaboration with residents of all ages to promote a healthier, more sustainability lifestyle. This is what Assen makes unique, and it motivates me every day. Ladies and gentlemen, we look forward to work together with other cities to achieve not only the Green City goals for Assen, but also for the entire European continent. And we believe Europe will lead the way to a sustainable future for the world, with its cities taking the lead in this important journey. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. ten Oever, and congratulations to Assen for joining the Green City Accord. Now, this looks a little bit like Eurovision, because now we are traveling all the way to Portugal, because we have with us the mayor of Lobos, Leonel Silva. Welcome. We can see you. Hopefully we can hear you as well, Mr. Mayor.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
My name is Leonel
Leonel Silva, and I am the mayor of the municipality of Câmara de Lobos, Madeira Island. The city of Câmara de Lobos is located in Portugal, in the middle of the Atlantic. We have a population of approximately 32,162 inhabitants. A unique characteristic of our city is our special way of welcoming the thousands of people who visit us and always come back for more. The city of Câmara de Lobos joined the Green City Accord on April 20 in 2023 year. We decided to join the Green City Accord because we recognize the importance of climate action and the need to implement concrete measures to address the environmental challenges that directly impact the health and well-being of our community. We aim to learn from other European cities, promoting the exchange of experiences and best practices that contribute to more effective and sustainable solutions. Furthermore, by joining the agreement, we reaffirm our commitment to sustainability, demonstrating that we are committed to building a greener, cleaner, and healthier future for all who live, work, or visit our city. The Green City Accord aligns perfectly with our green strategy, which aims to reduce greenhouse gas emissions, promote sustainable mobility, strengthen climate resilience, and protect our natural resources. Câmara de Lobos has been consolidating its commitment to sustainability through various initiatives, such as the signing of the local Green Deals as part of its participation in the Intelligent Cities Challenge, collaborating on the remote IT project of the Urbact 4 program, and access to technical assistance from the European MIP4 ADAPT program. These efforts demonstrate our dedication to transforming the city into a more resilient, sustainable, and innovative space. Joining the Green City Accord helps us achieve these goals by providing guidance and technical support, connecting us with other European cities facing similar challenges, and increasing the visibility of our sustainability efforts. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thanks a lot to the Mayor of Lobos. Indeed, and congratulations for joining the Green City Accord family. And now the final city that is joining the Green City Accord. We're traveling to Torrelavega in Spain, and we would like to welcome the Mayor, Javier López Estrada. Welcome.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Javier López Estrada, Mayor of Torrelavega. Torrelavega is located in the heart of Cantabria, in the north of Spain, home to more than 50,000 people. It is known for its industrial heritage, a strong location, and unique natural environment. It is an honor to join this ceremony alongside so many cities dedicated to building a more sustainable future. Our promise to Green City Accords mark a significant step in our effort to improve environmental quality and make the life of our citizens better. This promise, approved in January 13, 2024, and officially confirmed on January 8, 2025, aligns us with the same objective that unite us all. We joined this initiative because we believe in its vision: cleaner, healthier, and more resilient cities. For Torrelavega, the Green City Accords make our local sustainable goals stronger, from combating climate change to protecting our natural space. Also, it gives us the chance to collaborate with other European cities, exchange strategies and innovation that benefit our community. In Torrelavega, we understand that sustainable development is shared responsibility, and we are determined to do our part. Together, we will move toward a city that cares for its citizens. It is environment for generations to come. Thank you very much to all.
Thank you very much, the Mayor of Torrelavega, Javier López Estrada. This concludes the number of cities that are joining us for the Green City Accord. We are requested to have back on stage the Mayor of Treviso once more. So if Mr. Mario Conte could come back on stage. We believe that there's some commitments with DG Environment that you'll need to sign as part of the European Green Leaf.
Mr. Mayor, it's great to have you back on stage. You mentioned in your remarks as you were signing to the Green City Accord also that Treviso has successfully achieved the goal of becoming a green leaf city in 2025. And so it's a great moment for us to sign jointly the letter of intent that we've been working on together, which sets out the sort of exciting program of activities and events and leadership that you're bringing to the discussion on environment, sustainability and climate in your city. And we look forward very much not only to working with you in the year ahead, but also to welcoming you to the community of alumni, the cities which over the years have been the Green Capital or Green Leaf cities, and looking forward to carrying forward this spirit of engagement as we spread the message more widely in the European Union. So we have now the opportunity to sign before everyone this important commitment, and then I think we would continue with the photo with family with all the other people. But please, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Indeed, so congratulations to the city of Treviso as well for being the European Green Leaf. So Mayor Mr. Conte will sign also the agreement related to that. And if I can ask all the signatories of the Green City Accord to prepare to go on stage in a couple of seconds for the final family picture. All right, thank you so much and congratulations once again to Treviso. So, I don't know about you, but I'm feeling outside. So the family picture is outside. All right. Well, anyway, so I believe we have to wrap up the event over here because we will be taking the family photo outside. But I don't know about you, I'm leaving super inspired after this ceremony from hearing all the great examples of how cities are leading the way for a sustainable transition. So thank you very much to all of you for having joined us today. Congratulations to all the signatories that are joining the family, and thank you all for having been with us and inspiring us today also. So thanks a lot and enjoy the rest of your day here in Belgium, in the Vilnius of the European Youth Capital. Thanks.